Hi there, welcome to Lesson 6. This is Grade 9 Science Introductory to Current, and I'm going to be giving you the answers to the Solving I equals Q over T worksheet. And here's the very first question. Let's have a look. A lightning strike carries 5 coulombs of charge. That's a little unrealistic, by the way, but for the sake of argument, we'll just carry on. Carries 5 coulombs of charge in the 0.02 seconds it takes to reach the ground. What is the electric current carried by the lightning strike? And there's a hint, solve for I. So as we mentioned before, we want to write out all our different values. So we've got a lightning strike carrying 5 coulombs of charge. So that is our hint that the charge Q is equal to 5 in the 0.02 seconds. So that is our time. Time is 0.02. And we are asked to find the electric current, and that is our I. Okay, so I is question mark. We're not sure what I is. So we're going to write our formula. I equals Q over T. And keeping in mind, we're going to keep our equal signs all lined up and everything. Right underneath I equals, because we don't know what that is. Substitute 5 for Q. Substitute 0.02 for our time. And then directly underneath, we're going to write our answer. Grab my calculator here. 5 divided by 0.02. 250, and remember the current, or the unit for current is the amps. You can just leave that as A. So 250 A. Notice here how my equal signs line up. My answer's here at the bottom. I've got I equals on each one here. This is a nice, beautiful looking solution, and I would expect you to be able to copy that format. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Small electric motor draws a current of 0.4 amps. How long will it take for 8 coulombs of charge to pass through it? Hint, solve for T. How do I know it's solving for T? Because it asks me how long. Okay, so let's write out what we do know. We know that the current is 0.4 amps, so I is equal to 0.40. We know that there's 8 coulombs of charge. That is our Q. And we are solving for T, so T is unknown. Okay, now because we're solving for T, we're going to have to use the T version of the formula. Keeping in mind I is equal to Q over T, which gives us the T formula, Q over I. And you can just remember that if you want. Those that are moving on to physics will need to be able to know how to rearrange formulas like that. Okay, so once we've got our T equals formula, we're going to write T equals again. We're going to substitute 8 in for Q because that's how much our Q is. And our I is 0.4. And solve. Notice once again, I've got all my equal signs lined up here. And my answer is going to be the last thing you see in the bottom right-hand corner of the entire solution. So let's go 8 divided by 0.4. And you get 20 seconds. Okay, and again, be sure to include your units. All right, moving on to question number 3 now. How much charge is moved if 25 amps slows, that should be flows, I'm guessing. I just changed that right there. Flows for 0.5 hours, hint, solve for Q. Notice here that my time is measured in hours. How much charge is moved if 25 amps? Now, it doesn't come right out and say it. You have to know that 25 amps refers to the current. So I is equal to 25 amps. And my time is 0.5, but that's in hours. Okay, and so we're going to need that in seconds because that is the standard unit. So we're going to have to convert that first, and we're going to solve here for Q. So this is sort of a two-step question. To solve for this, we're going to have to, first of all, let me just put a question mark there. Let's convert that 0.5 hours to seconds. So we know that 0.5 hours is equivalent to 30 minutes. We're going to multiply that by 60, and you should get 1,800 seconds. Now we write our formula. I equals Q over T, and we are solving for Q, so we have to write it in the Q equals format. Q is equal to I multiplied by T. And again, those of you moving on to physics will need to be able to rearrange formulas like that. Q equals I 25 1,800. We're going to get a big number here. $45,000 coulombs of charge. Unit is coulomb. Once again, equal sign all lined up. Bottom right hand corner of the solution has my answer. That's the standard format. Okay, moving on to question number 4. How much current is flowing through a light bulb when it takes 24 seconds for 18 coulombs of charge to pass through its filament? How much current? I'm solving for I. Notice that there's no hint here. You've got to figure that out for yourself. It takes 24 seconds. T is equal to 24. 18 coulombs of charge. Charge is 18. We are solving for current. I equals Q over T. That's the standard formula. I is equal to 18 divided by 24. I is equal to 0.75. We're measuring current, measured in amps. Equal signs lined up, got my units. Bottom right hand corner has the answer. Beautiful looking solution. Question number 5. We're going to get a little bit more challenging here. Suppose your calculator requires 0.2 milliamps, which is 0.00020 amps. Do you know why? It's because a milliamp is a 1/1000th of an amp. So you're going to take 0.2, milli means 1/1000th. We're going to divide by 1,000, and that's where we get the 0.00020 amps from. And that is our I. It's going to be on for 2 minutes. T is equal to 2 minutes. We're going to need to convert that to seconds by multiplying by 60, 120 seconds. And we are looking for charge, Q. Q is equal to question mark. Write the formula, I equals Q over T. Write it as the Q form. Q equals I multiplied by T. If you want to leave out the little multiply sign, that's certainly acceptable. So we've got our 0.00020, I guess, times 120, and we're definitely going to need a calculator for this. 0.002 times 120, and I get 0.024 coulombs. Not much charge at all. Again, equal signs lined up. Units on the final answer, bottom right hand corner. Let's move on to number 6, the last question in the set here. How long will it take 25 coulombs to flow at a rate of 0.5 amps? Again, not much information given here. 2.5 coulombs, that refers to the charge. Q equals 2.5. At a rate of 0.5 amps, so my current is 0.5. And we're asked for how long. So I'm solving for T. Question mark. Write the formula. Q equals I over T. Write it for time. Time is equal to I over Q. Substitute in for the I, 0.5. Charge over 0.25. Let's see what we get here. 0.5 divided by 2.5 is 0.2 seconds. Again, equal signs all lined up. Units on the final answer. Bottom right hand corner of the solution. Okay, so I hope that's helped you with the worksheet. If you want to see the PDF version of this as well, you can find that on Schoology as well.